doodle. It is Thursday. Like my pen that I used all day at work says Thunder Cunt Thursday. It's not my pen. It's a coworker's, but they're absent, and I borrowed it. Also, Throat Punch Tuesday. She has funny pens. Anyway, thought that would make you giggle. I'm just on here because, just want to call some shit out. Because I know there's some real ass mama jammas out there that know what the fuck I'm talking about. We're in this era where women's sexual rights and productive business is all out in discussion, open for topics, right? Just discussed amongst everybody. So you would think that in this day and age we could discuss our vajayjays and periods and stuff about our anatomy openly. Stupid me. I guess not. People aren't as open-minded and real. We still are back in the 1970s, ladies, and I'm gonna call some shit out because, alright, now every girl hears this in their insides. Men don't understand this, but women do. Their insides cringe whenever this topic is brought up, regardless of if they've ever had a problem or anything weird happened. It is just like a taboo thing that women just clam up about, and everybody in the room immediately does this one thing, and I'm going to talk about odor. Okay? Before I talk about that, let's be real, ladies, okay? Men, they go to the gym, they work out, they're working all day. Their little nad sack, do you think that gets sweaty? Like when you work out and you do things, do you think when they come home that their little, pair smells nice? No, it doesn't. And neither do women. And I'm sick and tired of this argument. The minute you bring up vaginal odor, I'm not trying to yell this across the parking lot, every woman is like, see, even now, it's ingrained in my attitude. Every woman's like, no, I smell great. I've never had a problem. The minute, let me tell you just as some real shit, the first woman that says that has had a problem. Probably embarrassed about it still to this day. Because there's going to be a point in every woman's life, regardless of your class level or how clean you are, where you are going to have a problem. And it's not something that's like widely known. A quick shower might handle it, but ladies, when you work out, when you're sweating your fucking not there balls off, your lady bits stink, okay? So you wouldn't come home all sweaty and go let your man eat off of you, would you? I mean, unless your guy's into that thing. But you know what I mean? Like, you know enough to wash yourself and clean yourself. But not all women realize that stress odor and workout odor are two very different things when it comes to your vajayjay, and age plays a lot to do with it. When you're younger and you're like just starting your cycle, this is a very stinky phase for women because we have teen glands and we're not the best on self-care yet, and we're just learning how to deal with all that shit. So that odor issue would come from lack of experience. Like, you can't wear your pad that long. Not every teen showers every day. They're learning. So I give pardon there because it's lack of experience in hygiene, and they're just getting their periods for the first time. They bleed through their pants, like all the mess ups happen. That's completely normal. But let's talk about sex. So, say you had sex with your man. If you don't get up to go pee before you go to sleep, or you just go about your business and you don't go pee, regardless if you have a problem or if you're susceptible, you are opening yourself up for a urinary tract infection. You must pee after every time you have sex. I don't care if you pee out a fucking drop. Just get that out of you. Okay? It doesn't have anything to do with them doing stuff inside you and everything of the action of sex. So, then you are susceptible to BV as well. Especially if you are a lady that plays with both holes. You know, mixing while you're doing stuff creates BV. BV can come from pregnancy. It can come from an unattended UTI, which that usually goes into a kidney infection, which is extremely painful. All because nobody told them poor girls that you should pee after sex. You should also clean yourself after sex. Doesn't mean like a full shower. If you have baby wipes, you should definitely clean the area. You should definitely shower in between having sex, or you're going to create an odor. And that comes from sweat, multiple in the holes, you know what I mean? Fingers, whatever. Multiple plays, multiple orgasm creates an odor. Any woman who says that they don't smell, I'm sure that... Alright, let me put this in. If you smell it from when you're laying down on your head and you can smell it, that's an infection. That's no bueno. And every woman will see a gyno before they even address doing it because we're mortified about it. So that's a serious problem. But what you're not realizing is when somebody's face is this close, you don't always smell that pretty, even though you can't fucking smell it. Let's stop shaming other women that know this stuff and is savvy to it and takes care of themselves and is trying to educate other women. They immediately cut me off as soon as I say, ladies, let's talk about vaginal odor. The whole room shuts down. I don't have that problem. Doth protest too much. I'm a real bitch, okay? There's also another thing we need to discuss. Every woman on this planet, at some point in their life, you're gonna fucking queef. That's right, I said it. You're gonna fart while you are having sex from your front. Mostly common during pregnancy, I read. I mean, it's a mortifying moment. But do you know it doesn't come from you? It's the friction and the air being shoved in your hole, usually because the person has a big D, or they're crooked, or, you know, some way air is getting in. It's not your fault. Why do you feel shame? Because if there wasn't somebody ramming in there, that wouldn't have happened. Not that that's the only time it happens, man. Guess what? Women don't need to be having sex to do that. Sometimes when your girlfriend farts, it's not coming from their butt. And they're never going to admit that. Because women have programmed in their mind by themselves that this shit isn't something we're allowed to be open about. Guess what? Men, if you could fart out of your dick hole, you would understand how mortifying it is. Don't shame your girlfriend. It's actually your D's fault, or your finger's fault, or your toy's fault that's shoving air up her JJ hole. Okay? So let's not shame the lady that did it. Okay? Let's not make it a taboo thing to fucking say, because what did I say in this beginning? Every single woman, most of the time when you're pushing out a kid, women poop on the table and fart from their front and their back. So you might, like I said, not even be doing sex. Why should we be mortified of these moments? And you should be mindful of how you smell, because that triggers your brain that says, oh, something's not right. I need to get my hormones checked. Maybe I need to use better soap. You know, how you smell can tell how your health is. That's why dogs sniff each other's butts. They can actually tell how healthy each other is by their smell. And that's why dogs smell your vajayjay on your period a lot, because you give off pheromones. And when you understand your own pheromones, your vaginal health only improves. So stop shaming women. talk openly about it. If you got something going down there, you need help, and that's okay. Because women are hard.